for over the last 10 years. He made his URC referee debut this time last year. There has been a late change for the Scarlets. Sam Costello, unfortunately, out with illness, so Johan Lloyd will step in to number 10. And Johnny Williams, great to see him back fit and raring to go, the Welsh international. He comes off the bench. And Charlie Titcombe will wear the 22 jersey.
Are we good to go?
So as the night sky beams down in Treviso.
Captain, ready?
Just
ready,
about
guys?
set. Johan Lloyd gets us underway as he goes deep. Well taken, Zuliani. Benetton open side.
Use.
Here's his back row teammate, Halafihi. Colossal figure at number 8.
Use 9.
Trying to get himself in that Italian back row over the last number of years. Uren goes to the air.
Backwards off white.
Of course, a real Bristol stalwart. Started there in the academy at the age of 13. And over a year ago has come to Benetton after 14 years at Ashton Gate.
Taken back.
Loving his rugby.
Taken back.
Take 2 with the box kick. Rogers coming out of nowhere. Davis tries to get his pack on the front foot. Lloyd drops nice and deep. Returns with a bit of interest.
Good contest. Play.
Start
Good
from the
contest
Scarlets.
of the ball.
Ellis Mee on URC debut. In behind, they look to get their pods through Vaea Fifita, former All Black. Into the arms of Mathias. Halafihi goes high and Mathias does his best and gets it away to Williams.
Stripped in the tackle.
Strong
Play.
runner, but he was stripped.
Roll
Zuliani making his presence felt.
Or stay on.
Downtown from Benetton. Rogers seeing plenty of action.
Don't advance 4. Retreat, retreat.
Into the hands of Smith. Devastating broken field runner. Time he pops it off to another danger man, Ratave. Loves a try. Does Onisi Ratave. As we take a break, 120 seconds gone in.
Yeah, good counter-attack from Treviso there. Clear strategy from Benetton to hold Scarlets up in the tackle. You can see them hitting up in any opportunity they've had in the contact zone, getting a good strip.
In, please.
But solid start from the Scarlets.
Williams doesn't make any mistakes this time. Into Fekitoa. Fekitoa coming out worse for wear. See if he shrugs off the early injury. Lloyd, the dummy on to Rogers. In close quarters. Benetton over the ball. Lynching it.
Nicely done by Zanon.
Here you go.
Scarlets looking for a better start in this campaign. Only won 2 of their opening 9 matches last year in that first so-called block.
Have the line, guys. Yeah.
Only won 5 games in total. Towards the back end, they started to improve.
Yeah, it's the breakdown that's going to be the key for the Scarlets. Treviso are always contest the breakdown really heavily when they're playing at home.
Maile, the hooker, tries to dink it forward, but it goes too far. See Indragis at the line out there, going to the short and catching the Scarlets napping.
Score number 22.
Yeah, smart play from Benetton going to the front. It's getting harder and harder off line out attack to win the gain line in the middle of the field and trying to get those easy yards, getting your forwards on the front foot. Smart strategy.
31-year-old Scott Scrafton went to school in Auckland and played his rugby in the ITM Cup there. Also played for the Auckland Blues for the last couple of years, coming to Benetton. It's only his 14th time playing in the jersey. Zuliani trying to break that red wall of defence. Umanga with his first touch. Fekitoa looks fresh as a daisy after that challenge with Williams.
Knock on in the tackle, guys. Scrum on.
Smith scragged. Somehow he gets out of there and gets it to his teammate. Scarlets trying to give Benetton a bit of their own medicine at the breakdown, but
Use 9.
Scrafton
No.
makes sure the ball's protected as he joins the
Scrum advantage
Caterpillar. Lloyd hit by a ton of bricks. Louis Lina, URC debut. Premiership winner with Harlequins a couple of years ago. Scored the winning try as well.
Back foot, guys.
The last year's been capped
Use
for
9.
the Italians. Both teams happy to go with a box kick in this opening 5 minutes. 9-9, Uren takes his eye off the prize.
Guys, got knock on wide advantage.
Plumtree getting stuck in.
Scrum advantage over. Step. Six,
Lloyd,
stop.
low trajectory. Straight into the hands of Lina.
Challenge foot was down for me.
Good player is Lina.
Yeah, great addition to the URC. He's been quality for Harlequins, and
Yeah, couple
great to
more,
see him
please.
breaking into the Italian starting side. Works really hard off his wing. Very physical winger. You can see there he's
Put red
a
on the
nine's
board.
best friend on those kick chases. He's gets up well at the ball, and if the kick goes longer, he's very good on the ground.
Thanks for asking. Good work.
Fine family. Michael, his dad, 72 caps for Australia, vice captain. Also played for Benetton. He was born in Treviso and came into the Quins Academy when he moved back to London. Van der Merwe, another new signing, has played in this competition before for the Ospreys. And the Cheetahs, we did come to the Scarlets from. Ratave hit pretty high from me,
Release.
but a good tackle that from the right winger.
Yeah. You're okay.
Really made his name at Nottingham over the last
Back
couple of
foot,
years. 7 tries in 22 games.
Scarlets, stay on. Use. Take him back. Timing's good.
Lloyd accomplished it 10, 12 and
Knock
even
on the
15.
ground, guys, knock on the ground.
Loses it on the floor. Benetton looked to run it now again. Sticking with putting the ball on the toe. Rodgers covering every blade of
Retreat,
grass.
guys, retreat. Well done. Retreat
Smith
wide.
likewise. Umanga. Nice hands from the forwards. He's just gone forward. Quite
10
scrappy, that last passage of play.
Yes. It happens in the heat of battle.
Yeah, start of the season, both teams finding their feet. I think it's clear strategy from the Scarlets. They don't want to play too much around the middle of the field. Something they were guilty of doing last year. Certainly when you're playing away from home, it's really important that you're playing in the right areas.
Their previous 23 meetings between these two, Benetton have won 6 times and lost 17 times against the Scarlets. Scarlets do have the edge, but they have their work cut out this evening.
Crouch.
They're holding their own inside the first 10 minutes.
Set. Balls away.
Davis takes an extra step. Williams back to Davis in the wraparound. Johan Lloyd and Rodgers escapes the first defender.
Balls
Slippery
release,
eel
penalty advantage, 8
is
off the
Tom
ball.
Rodgers, looks up and wins a penalty for his team.
Ace White, tackle off the ball.
Alex Craig
Do you want it, Dino?
back in the Scotland fold over the summer. Lloyd weaving out of a phone box is Johan Lloyd. So elusive. There are numbers here.
12 offside.
Here's Blair Murray, another man for a URC debut.
Advantage, guys.
The half penalty, he was saying, attracted him to come to the Scarlets when they were playing for the Crusaders in and around the Canterbury setup. Through the middle goes the big man Fifita. Well, this is brilliant from the Scarlets. Could be a debut try. It certainly is. Blair Murray. A pride moment for the left winger. The County boy doing a job in Treviso.
Really nice try from the Scarlets. They got the penalty advantage and gave them the licence to play. It's a lovely pick straight through the middle of the ruck. Simple 2-on-1, really well executed. It's all started by lovely footwork from Johan Lloyd just outside their 22. Having played with him in Bristol, he's got some of the best footwork I've seen, and he's got acceleration to go with it when he does beat it, his opposite man. He's got the speed to get away.
Hold their horses though. The TMO is coming in.
There's a ruck formed, which means for a player to play the ball, he needs to have both feet behind the ball.
Correct.
Okay, so we're just looking for the red player, whether or not he has both feet behind the ball when he picks the ball up and runs through.
Yeah, red 8, I believe.
That's fine, and I'm on penalty advantage from a 12, white offside, so if we do choke it off, we'll come back for the penalty.
Yeah, okay.
Perfect.
Hang on, we're just finding these angles.
So I'm pretty sure it's Vaea Fifita they're looking at here in whether he is onside when he picks up the ball. Is that what they're saying?
Yeah, really nicely explained there by the referee. Got to have both feet behind the ball.
So we're just making sure that when your player played the ball, both his feet were behind the ball, so he wasn't offside. Yeah, penalty advantage, we'll come back to him.
Sorry, Ian, here it comes now.
No, that's great. Absolutely. So what you're saying, David, his right foot was cleared in front of the ball, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, for me, 8 doesn't have both feet behind the ball when he picks it up.
So no try. So 8 has one foot in front of the ball, so he's offside. So we'll come back, restart the game with penalty to red after the 12 offside.
That was back on the 10 metre line.
No try. This side 10 metre, David, or can you give me a restart?
So no score.
Call to your side.
Very much chalked off, but it's such fine margins, isn't it, Ian? Explain that to the viewer there.
Yeah, look, the rules are the rules.
Yeah.
But I actually feel the Scarlets have been a bit hard done by there. It's not something you see picked up too often. Typically, 1 foot behind the ball would be enough to
restart with a penalty, okay?
keep the adjudicators happy. But in fairness to the fourth official, it's a good spot. He is offside because his foot is clearly in front of the ball. And it is an important rule. If you're in the ruck, you're effectively out of the game as an attacker, and you don't have to worry about him when you're in a defensive position.
Lloyd going for broke. Took too much out of it and doesn't find the safety of the touchline. Scarlets are back on the Benetton 10 metre line. Just going for too much there, Ian.
Yeah, it's trying to get it right into the 5, but it's not the worst of the outcomes. You know, you still have a line out in the opposition 10 metre line. Something he'd have worked on a lot in pre-season is trying to get as much yardage out of your touch kicks as possible, but it's very different doing it in the heat of battle.
Van der Merwe with the line out. Actually was in the wider South African squad back in March. Raziel Rasmus picked. When it was narrowed down, he missed out, but he is highly rated. It's Fifita. Benetton so strong on the floor. Halafihi. Lloyd again, the nimble feet. Slips out in the greasy surface though. Benetton looking to counter. Uren, where's his options? Fekitoa on to Smith. Power from the winger. Ratave is brought down. Siua Maile, the number 2. Fekitoa in that first receiver role. Scott Scrafton next to have a crack. Fekitoa lays it back to Umanga. Halafihi out in the wider channels. First time Benetton have got a bit of go forward. Green and white jerseys looking to exploit that of the Scarlets. Here comes the captain, Snyman. This is second spell at Benetton. Zuliani, the workhorse on the floor. Round the corner they come. Tetaz, over 70 caps for the Argentinian side as Lina gets busy. Scrafton leaves it. Uren. Back to Nahuel Tetaz. Actually didn't play last year with an Achilles problem. Hurt it this time last year in the Rugby Championship for Argentina. Umanga. No one on the wavelength. I reckon we'll be back for a penalty. Better from Benetton. Best pass to play so far.
The first one was 12 red. It's just a penalty only, so have a word with them. They have the option of the 2 penalties.
So, Captain, we have a penalty here for not rolling, and we have a penalty outside the 22 for the late tackle. What would you like? Just go here, yeah. Fair enough. So it's okay. I was playing advantage with red 12, follows through after the ball is gone to complete the tackle, and he doesn't need to do that. Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah. So for me, his first movement is directly into the 9 in order to slow it down. That's what I have there. We have a man down, guys, so time's off.
Very polite there was Gareth Davis. He's been around on the professional scene since 2009, so 16 years on, and he knows how to speak to a ref.
He certainly does, and while Scarlets struggled for large parts of last season, he was really consistent for them. And I'm sure he's been a massive part of their pre-season and trying to get them back on track. It's crucial for the URC that the Welsh teams are really strong. Ospreys flying the flag last year, making the top 8. It's great to see Cardiff getting a win last night against Zebra. And I think it's going to turn. I think the tide's going to turn for the Welsh sides this year.
Got a bit of defending to do. Brought down from Scrafton into this maul for Benetton. Uren trying to pull the strings. Siua Maile has it at the back. Stopped at source at the moment. Into the inside centre, Zanin makes a bit of headway. Maile back up. Energetic is the number 2. Scarlets set pretty well, but when will it be broke? Uren, Spagnolo, one of the young props, the impressive ones for Italy. The pick and jam is the call.
Back foot. Back foot. No, don't go in there.
Go once more. Spagnolo protects. Izekor. Low to the ground, doesn't make much headway. Scarlets sound defensively.
3 out, 3 red out.
Sam Wainwright told to get out of there.
Well done, 5.
Zanin has a little nibble. Good tackling from Max Page. Umang is there. Quick hands. Lina can't take it. Scarlet scrambling so well. They were down in numbers and they made it work somehow.
Really good defence from Scarlets there. You can see the energy in their line, their fold, their hold, how they're communicating with each other, how they're reacting to each other. Crucial to do that away from home. Got to be able to respond to your teammates. They do create the overlap, but they weren't able to execute.
No, I get that, but he had the opportunity to catch the ball.
Yeah, that final pass from Rhyno Smith to his back 3 teammate in lineup. Just letting each other down. Benetton's only home defeat in the championship last season was 19-9 against Glasgow in March, who of course were the winners. So they do have a proud record over the last 12 months here in the URC.
Yeah, they certainly do, and I think the key with Benetton is they need to be able to generate quick ruck ball. They're a powerful side, but the Scarlets did well to hold them up in the tackle, slow their ruck ball down, and when that happens in the 22, it's very hard to find space.
Can we restart? Time back on.
43-year-old Dwayne Pale took over from Glenn Delaney back in 2022. This is now his third season in charge. Joined this season by Lee Jones, Scarlets' new rugby performance director. Jones, former Wales defence and forwards coach. And ex-Ulster and Ireland player Jarrod Payne is in there doing the attack and backs as well.
Yeah, I was coached by Dwayne when I was in Ulster, my first season there. Really enjoyed being coached by him. Very technical in attack. Works with the players really well.
Injuries haven't helped him even at the start of this season. He's giving the youngsters a shot. Guys who are fit and raring to go.
Come on, 9.
And he's got the ever reliable Gareth Davis to trust.
Thanks, 8.
He's done well with that box kick outside the 22.
Gareth, that needs to be faster. That needs to be faster. Numbers, guys.
First appearance for Maile today at hooker. Uren Umanga, so flat that line, Lina back in the angle. Halafihi busts through the hit. Bennett trying to strike.
Good work, 12.
Uren, quicker ball to Fekitoa. Former All Black. So part of the World Cup winning squad in 2015. They went and beat Australia in that final at Twickenham.
Don't compete now.
Uren,
Red player was in the
good
way.
service from him, and Umanga gets on to the second receiver in Zanin. Ratave, he's getting bored in the wing and wants to get into the action. Onisi Ratave. Zuliani. Up the jumper stuff from Benetton at the moment.
Well listened.
Good instructions from the referee. Everyone on board. Lina, standing start. Fifita just wraps him up. Looks for them all, but Lina fights tooth and nail to get to the floor. Umanga looks static and then flick the wrist. Fekitoa in the wider. Channels into Rhyno Smith, who's always seems to be there. Another word from Davis to the Scottish referee.
Offside.
Scarlets aren't giving too much.
Yourself. Offside.
No, they're not. I've been very impressed with their width in defence and how they're getting off the line. Eli Snyman just gets caught a tiny bit narrow there.
Number 6. Offside.
He's forced a good pass from Benetton, and they'll be happy with how they're defending so far.
Taine Plumtree, 24-year-old, gave away that penalty.
Numbers, please.
His father, of course, John, coach of Swansea, and then
Who's receiver?
now the coach
9,
of the
stay
Sharks. Plumtree, a big part of that Welsh back row in the summer tests. Maile gets the dart right,
You're not bound.
tries to lift the legs.
Out.
Sam Wainwright told to clear the way as the Benetton machine gets closer to the Scarlets line.
Collapsing.
Another penalty coming.
Number 8 collapsing.
Looks pretty ominous for the Scarlets. Trying to bust that ruck.
Back foot.
Big defending from the men in red. Tetaz wants a bit of support.
Back foot.
Gets it from the captain, Snyman. Uren, it's not going to be him. Still with the big heavies. Ball so close to the line. Uren says the backs can do it. 3 Scarlets defenders swarming Benetton.
Ball is out. Play. Ball
Max Douglas does his part, but Fekitoa on Demalia. The phases build. Spagnolo ever so close. Ball must be over the line. Uren Halafihi, who's there? Uren looks one way but gives it to Amanga. Gets on the outside. Smith, must be a score. It's going to be a score. Ratave gets Benetton up and running. The left winger loves a try. The form continues for Onisi Ratave. Finished last year in Ohio, and he starts this one in flying fashion.
Nice try from Benetton. I think he's eyeing up the crossfield kick, and then he goes for the outside break. Really nicely done, but full credit to the Scarlets. They've made Benetton work really hard for that try. They'll be heading back over to the halfway line, knowing how tough it was to get that 5-pointer.
5 tries in the URC last year. Does it with a smile on his face. Scarlets were just down in numbers.
He wasn't concerned about making the kick easier anyway.
Umanga lines his first conversion up of the evening. Strikes it pretty pure. Just goes wide from Jacob Umanga. A player you rate highly, actually, in.
Yeah, played against him a few times in the Premiership. I enjoy watching him both at 10 and at fullback. He's silky. You can see here with that lovely bit of footwork and acceleration. Running with the ball loaded, gets the timing of the pass spot on. If Benetton are going to have a good year, he's going to be at the centre of it for them.
Are you okay, 3?
Yeah, it was the 5th highest point scorer in the league last year.
We'll let him get back in position enough.
115 points, including 3 tries. One-time cap England international as well against the USA a couple of years ago. Scrafton says, I'll pick up the mantle. Taking it into contact. Rogers, arguably his first mistake of the day, but doesn't cause too many problems. Alex Craig, big signing or re-signing for the Scarlets in the summer. Like Fifita, thought they may lose these guys. They signed on at the Parky Scarlets on a big boost. Davis, how well did he do? Off the bootlaces and then sticks it on the left toe. 9 on 9, Uren sails him up the river. Rogers improvising and
Outside. Retreat, Red.
getting away from the defender. Tactical battle at the moment.
Retreat.
Lloyd with the end over end kick, so commonly used. It's anyone's ball. Murray on the second time of asking. Pops it up. Smart play. Rogers does find grass.
Always inside.
And in the end, up to halfway. Not sure who really won that battle in the end, Ian.
I must say I'm a big fan of the new rule of having to retreat. I think it makes it much harder to find your defensive line if there is a counter-attack. Tires players out more. And yeah, it's making the kick battles certainly more exciting to watch in the couple of games that have happened so far in the URC.
Douglas plays for the Waratahs. 24-year-old born in Sydney. That's what Dwayne Peel's tried to do this year, recruit in the tight 5. Murray. Rogers can't take it on the second bounce. Wasn't the most sympathetic. Max Page tries to rip it on the floor, but will come back for the initial mistake from the Scarlets.
Go on, guys. Let's go.
Man at the helm of Benetton is Marco Bortolami, 43-year-old. Played for Italy over 100 times, 111 in total. And after his playing days, come into Benetton as an assistant under Kieran Crowley. Good man to learn from. They've actually got a trophy in that Rainbow Cup back in 2021. And over the last couple of years has been the head coach, getting to 2 Challenge Cup semi-finals, something the club had never done before 2023.
So hold the weight before the ball comes in. And both
trying to reach new targets every year.
Yeah, go on here. Yeah.
Or the Italian side.
There you go.
Scarlets still missing the likes of Alec Hepburn in that front row. Plenty of injuries. Archie Hughes as well, the scrum half. Unlucky for him. And then more recently, Harry O'Connor. Line it, playing 10 so Umanka can shift out. Smith running that punch line. Eli Snyman. Flagging on, scragging on, I should say.
7, 12 off. 7 was in the way. I can't reward you.
Just soaking up the tackle as Alex Craig comes in with a shoulder.
Leave that, guys. Leave it, guys. Come on.
The score helps Uren out. Better from Rogers. And then flick of the wrist to Taylor. The ex-Leicester loose forward. Looking Scarlets offer. Williams steps off the left. Plumtree. Haven't seen him in full flight just yet. 6 on 6. 6 escort. 2 men in their young 20s. Lloyd says nothing's coming. Murray. On to Rogers. Again, trying to create. You think there isn't anything there. Williams with the old school goose step.
He's in the way.
Lloyd scanning. Straight down the throat of Rhyno Smith. Is it Scarlets lacking a wee bit in attack, or the Benetton defence very good there just when they're kicking it?
It's good defence from Benetton. They're filling the field well. We've seen Scarlets go to that aerial bomb multiple times. Really difficult kick when you're going right to left as a right footer.
Let's go.
Lloyd has put that right into the 5, giving his winger every chance to get up at it. If it's won by Benetton, at least you've got them trapped. You can then play on top of them from a defensive point of view. But no, it's a clear strategy from the Scarlets that they don't want to overplay around the middle of the field.
The man born in Power went to Power Boys High. Rhyno Smith finds a good touch. Came up through the Leopards in the Varsity Cup and then onto the Sharks. Then into the Cheetahs. Now loving life in Italy. Subtle hands. Taylor makes precious meters. Again, Scarlets hit pretty hard.
Use 9. It's gone forward off red.
Smith through the heart of the Scarlets, but Sam Wainwright watches the fullback with every eye. Fekitoa Ratave already seen one try. Can he regather? Smart from the Scarlets, Gareth Davis and Tom Rogers.
Retreat!
Johan Lloyd would have wanted to find touch, but gets away with a bouncing ball.
Great tackle.
Yeah, it goes really low there on Fekitoa. Starting to break loose this game. Uren not like him. Fekitoa with the bust. Zuliani, some engine. Real live wire. What about the prop? Spagnolo going from gear 1 to 5 in a matter of seconds. Now the crowd are up on their feet. Umanga, so cultured and so nice. Rhyno Smith with the simplest of finishes, but the number 10, the creator, did everything in the locker and said to Smith, go on, get under the sticks.
Classy finish. It all came from a poor kick from Davies and breaking ball. Benetton with the advantage. Fekitoa's had a very good opening 30 minutes. Both with his carrying and his passing, he's been a real threat out there.
26 score in Benetton colours for Rhyno Smith. But as a number 10, must be pretty licking your lips at that one, Ian.
Yeah, Maggie, again, he always looks like he's got a lot of time on the ball. He's got great variation in his passing there, comfortable playing traditionally across the hips, or he can go basketball style. He made that look really easy. That's a really difficult skill.
He created the try and he knocked over the conversion. So a bit more breathing space for Benetton. Scarlets with a bit of soul searching to do.
There's a long passage of play. You can see the Scarlets players feeling it. Important now, Scarlets use this restart. Pinch Viso back. Much better restart there, pinning them right 10 metres out from their line.
Yeah, and they're up pretty quickly as well. Zuliani just gets his team out of the 22.
Use 9. No, get back. No, he's banged on.
Rogers back into the traffic. Davis. Jarrod Taylor doesn't go backwards often. That time he was walloped. Nine to 9. Uren somehow works his magic and gets the pass away.
Retreat, lads.
Rogers, he's had plenty of touches in this first half. Lungs must be bursting. Territory win for the Scarlets on that occasion.
Yeah, you can see when the Scarlets do go to the air, Benetton being very strategic with their escorts. They're creating a wall in front of the backfield player who's going up for the catch. Scarlets have got to be more aggressive in trying to break through that wall and get up and compete create an aerial contest.
On the money was Van der Merwe. Williams took that off his shoulder. Davis very flat-footed and forced the problem. Ratave bursting through 4 or 5 Scarlets defenders. And thankfully, from a Scarlets perspective, they took their eye off the prize. drop ball, and they're pretty quick to go on the counter, or Benetton.
Poor passage of play from Scarlets there. There's a clear miscommunication on the line out. It was supposed to be a down and give wraparound. Plumtree tried to salvage it, and then a poor pass onto breaking ball. Got to hang in there now for the next 4 minutes. Done lots of good things in this first half. They can keep it to a 2-score game, or even try and get one back before the half. Keep themselves in it.
Last time the Scarlets did win in round 1 was an 18-10 victory over Connacht in 2019. So it's been a while. They're under the pump, but they win a good scrum penalty. Tetaz penalised on this occasion.
Yeah, in defence off line out, Benetton, they're strong in the middle of the field, and you need to do one or two things. You need to either get to the gain line, or you need to generate quick ball. If you lose the gain line and you don't get quick ball in the middle of the pitch off a line out, it's very, very difficult on that second phase to attack. Your forwards aren't coming around the corner on the front foot. It gives the Benetton players time to line you up.
Scarlets line out has actually been firing, but that was a wee bit more scrappy. Swivels the hips, gets out of trouble. Halafihi told by the referee not this time.
Use 9.
Gareth Davis told to get his skates on by the referee. Ratave, not his best moment. Van der Merwe sees an opportunity in Williams. And through the middle goes Max Page. He did this against Australia in the summer for the under-20s. Williams just can't take it from behind him. Haven't seen too much of Max Page, but he really is a big, big talent.
He certainly is. Gets his hips square really well, accelerates through. Oh, tough with lots of bodies around there to catch that. What a pass that was from Van der Merwe to open it up.
Just 19 is Page. This is third appearance in his first start. 5 tries at under 20 level, a couple in the Six Nations, and as mentioned, those 3 tries in the under 20 championship against Australia. In his debut last May against the Zebra. And from Dinner Cross, that's exactly what Dwayne Peel will want to save him. Bit of endeavour and a bit of confidence.
Yeah, and Scarlets look dangerous when they do get those turnovers. They have penalty advantage. That's when they're looking to play. I'd like to see a bit more ambition when they don't have that advantage. Possibly going to the kicking game too early. Playing with a bit more ambition, maybe kicking from the edge.
Set.
Good push with Halafihi. Deals with the pressure in your end. Says, I don't want any of that, and gets it onto the backs. Tava, Fekitoa with the tour ball. Even the left winger can't pick it up. Very difficult one not to take.
Yeah, poor pass from Fekitoa. I think it's his first mistake so far. Very good half.
No, it's just a scrum.
They've been good down that left side. That's the side they're getting the most pay. Scrum has been really good for the Scarlets. They could eke out a penalty here, gives themselves one more opportunity before half-time. Get it back to a 1-score game. On the balance of things, that'll be a great result heading in at half-time.
Riccardo Genovese, the replacement prop, coming on earlier than expected.
He was going backwards, but he didn't do anything illegal.
Or Nahuel Tetaz. Never a nice sight to see a player come off injured, but he's had his injury woes over last year, so hope that's not a serious one for him. Argentinian debut back in 2010. Actually was part of the team that beat the All Blacks in 2020 for the first time. There's Tetaz, a low-key figure. Boy, he's good in the tight. Davis has a look before he passes. Me on the Page. Oh, the slippery eel from Max Page. Oh, what a score from the outside centre. Talk about making a name for yourself. Did it in the summer, now he's at it in the autumn. Quality from the outside centre. A debut score in the URC. Lightning quick and great feet.
Oh, things you love to see. A starter launch, first phase try off scrum.
Try is good.
Really nice tight shape initially. And then Page picks a brilliant line. Lovely and square from Lloyd.
Ball.
That's really good. The way he gets his hip square, really impressive there. Hip square, he's real confident in his body angles. Very tough to stop there.
There'll be a certain Jonathan Davis watching on. Very proud of this man, saying has a bit of him about him.
Certainly, I know they've worked really closely together. He took him under his wing last year. 12-7, they're back in it.
What a finish to the half for the Scarlets. Benetton were in control with those two scores, but Mac Page has really made things interesting at the end of the half in Benetton. Scarlets still very much in this game, but a half.
Far end of the pitch, they could have gone potentially 19-0 up. Scarlets got back, scrambled well, worked their way up the pitch and scored a brilliant try leading into half time to get themselves right back into it. So all to play for in the second half.
March earlier this year, last time these two faced off at the Torquay Scarlets in Kinnetley. Only 3 points that day. Scarlets nicking it 16-13. Will it be as close this time around in Northern Italy? Certainly looks to be, if the first 40 is anything to go by.
Good to go. Okay. Ready, guys? Red. Ready, white.
Back underway here. Umanga with the strike on Fifita.
Use 9.
Apparently a quiet man, but when he speaks, everyone listens, and you can see why.
Use. No, take him back.
Does his actions on the pitch, has done for years. Does the basics so well, and then he breaks the gain line. I can see a shot of Seb Negri, who has come on at half time. No, it's actually not him. Still Snyman, the captain. No doubt Negri will make his way in the second 40. Wait and see as Benetton look to play their cards first.
1 red, well done. Well
early
done.
on.
Use 9. Backwards off white.
Line of fumbles. Max Douglas a nuisance, but to no avail. And
tackle, release.
Benetton looking for some front foot. Umanga on the wrap, but Lina takes the responsibility, and Smith. Johan Lloyd on the floor and still there for Ratave. Smith plays 9, not too used to that, and the pass is poor, but Fekitoa, no one wants to keep it. Very unlucky there, very opportunistic.
It's gone forward. Yeah, scrum only. Yes, just not
Chaparro, so conditions don't even look that bad at the moment.
Well done, thanks.
Now the bus comes from Zanin.
Backwards.
Lina.
Tackle.
Everyone getting it in each other's way.
No.
Scarlets trying to pulverise that ruck, and they are very effective. Benetton didn't expect that. Davis shovels it into Rogers.
Retreating red, 12. Retreat.
That is a good kick. Didn't quite get the favourable bounce.
Backwards.
Smith under pressure. Rogers goes high and then low, and Scarlets have the ball and have a real opportunity for a try. Over the top from Plumtree. Has that been grounded? I think he's just in touch. Blair Murray tiptoeing and diving down. I don't think he thinks he's scored in. But I'm not sure what to make of that whole play.
Oh, some really impressive passages there from Scarlets. Two great counter rucks. And Taine Plumtree dropping it on the foot. What a delicate touch.
What's your on-field decision?
So we don't have an on-field decision. We're not sure whether the foot was in touch or not.
Oh, it was nearly, well, it was an incredible piece of skill. Unfortunate that he's just slid off the outside the field of play. But positive signs. Scarlett slowing the Benetton ruck ball down. They only had one person in the ruck around the halfway.
Yeah. Hey guys, there's no try. We need a check. Sorry? Oh yeah, I was just going. Just let me deal with this, please.
I think the players all look a bit perplexed. At the moment though, Blair Murray's been denied in the first half. As far as I can see, denied in the second.
That's the kick ahead there.
Plumtree with the silky skills.
So he's in touch, Ian. He's touch and goal. Were you playing advantage for a knock-on by 15?
No, advantage was over after the kick. So.
Okay, so it's touch and goal.
Touch and goal, 22 dropout. Advantage is over after the kick.
Correct.
Okay. No try, 22.
So we got there in the end.
Goal.
Murray was out and touching goal, so it will be a 22 restart to get things back up and running. Rogers came through the age grade system at the Scarlets. Over 60 appearances now. Born in Carmarthen, like plenty of these players. But the riposte from Benetton is good at the breakdown.
One in strong position over the ball.
Good steal from Spagnolo. First man in, straight away. Easy decision for the referee.
Yeah, unfortunate one there. Scraps on the bouncing ball. Oh, that really was an impressive piece of skill. Unfortunate to have just slid out.
Rugby's so fascinating, you know. Murray was saying didn't quite get his crack at the Crusaders in Super Rugby, played for Canterbury, and then trying something different coming to Wales. And I know it's early days, but loving it out there.
Yeah, he's adjusted really well. The different styles of play in the URC. Definitely takes a bit of getting used to. The breakdowns are far more competitive. The line speed is typically faster in defence. Certainly looks like he's settling in well.
And now we do have it. Seb Negri was a couple of minutes early, but now he's on. Coming back from injury. Taking the place of Toa Halafihi. Talk about an impact of bringing on Negri. He's so good.
He is absolute stalwart in the Italian national team.
As his team go off the top. Lina has his slippery hands, and Andy Uren looks to the sky thinking that hole should have been hit, and a try maybe was looming if they wanted it.
Benetton would be very frustrated with that. They pride themselves on sustained pressure in the opposition 22. They want to build multiple phases, play a power game, lots of one-off carries. Not the most accurate of passes there, but as a winger, you've got to look after the ball first there.
Zimbabwe-born Seb Negri, 52 caps for Italy to date. He had his debut back 8 years ago against USA in the blue of Italy. Been omnipresent in the last however number of Six Nations campaigns, at 6, 7 or 8. Murray clearing the lines. Seems to have a pretty tasty left foot as well.
Yeah, important to have that left foot option. You see lots of teams using it now. Opens up the field, takes pressure off your 9 and 10.
Hold on, guys, the gap is too big. That gap is too big. You stay here, you stand there. Come in. There you go, thank you.
Benetton with 11 wins, 1 draw and 6 losses last year. Zuliani on his inside centre. Zanen working in tandem. And the snap back from Uren. Umanga. Free play here. Mathias offside. Izekor galloping. Negri. Stopped pretty quickly. Scarlets again. Shooting out of the line. Spagnolo. So abrasive. Uren. Lurking winger in liner. Siua Maile.
The penalty here, guys.
There was a knock on, and we'll come back for the original infringement.
Number 1.
Kemsley Mathias chancing his arm and just getting caught offside.
Be interesting to see here if Benetton try and make this a 2-score game, go for 3 points, push it out to 8. Or are they going to try and forge ahead, try and get their 3rd try of the game, push for a bonus point win?
It's been well talked about during the weekend, but we should reference it now. And, you know, Ken Owen's retiring, Jonathan Davis, Scott Williams still playing, but not at the Scarlets anymore. Wyn Jones going to Harlequins. You know, I could name a lot more. Ryan Combre, Kieran Hardy doing different things, going to different clubs or retiring. But what does that do for a whole squad? It was always going to come, but you know, there's a lot of players named with a lot of experience, so it's obviously going to make things different.
Yeah, lots of the guys you named there were crucial to Scarlets winning the URC, or the Pro 12 as it was. So many Welsh caps in there. You're literally listing off probably 400 international caps there. But time moves on, and you can see already some bright shoots, the likes of Max Page at 19 stepping up. Johan Lloyd had a very good season last year. Costello. And like all the good clubs, you're going to have good players coming through. It's about them taking their opportunity.
We retake the kick because he's advanced, okay? And it's forward 10 metres because he's offside, okay? You can't chase the kick like that.
Lack of concentration there from the Scarlets. Charge starting a penalty in.
Step back now. You can't advance on a penalty. Now step backwards, please.
You can't do that at this level or any level, so we'll get another 10 metres for the offside and another shot for Umanga. Just a rush to the head.
Yeah,
coach's nightmare.
Something you don't see too often. Umanga's lucky to be getting another go. Maybe it put him off, and as a kicker it's nice to have an excuse. I wonder, did the Scarlets player think that he was running out of time? Was time up in the penalty? But typically that would be a free kick, so maybe just a lack of concentration, thinking he could charge down, thinking it was a conversion.
Kick 2 for Umanga, and the result 3 points. And Benetton 8 points ahead. Jacob Mana with his 2nd kick of the afternoon.
Poor mistake.
Red. 1 and 2
the rules
red.
clearly state you have to stand still. Didn't do that. Good spot by Ian Kenny.
So 16 and 17 for the Scarlets. Ryan Elias, 29-year-old, 150th time representing the Scarlets. And then Sam O'Connor, 7 years his younger, coming from Llandovery College, part of the Bath Academy before coming in the Welsh XL programme. His own dad, a bit of ballast in the pack.
Yeah, you know, it's fine.
Just his 5th competitive cap for the Scarlets. Sam O'Connor.
Ball was out.
Brother of Harry, who unfortunately picked up that Achilles injury last week.
Stay. Tackle.
First touch for Sam O'Connor.
7 white off.
Davies. Williams. Pins the ears back. Plumtree. And Lloyd says enough of this nonsense. Makes a good territory gain.
Yeah, good response to the Benetton penalty. Scarlets playing in the right areas. Force Benetton to exit from their own 22.
Guys, 13 sub.
Eli Snyman
13.
potentially cramping up.
Sub.
It's been a lot of running in the game. High ball in play after 50 minutes.
And time's off to have a man down there.
As you can see there, it is actually 15-7. That will get changed shortly.
No, it's just
Not 14 as it says in the score clock, as Benetton make a change. Paolo Odogwu trotting onto the field.
We'll just wait for this man, he's in the way, we can't play.
Recently signed a new contract of Benetton, former Wasps and Sale winger.
Just wait till he moves.
Another crack of the jack winger, very pacey and a live wire.
Yeah, great signing for Benetton. He was a quality player for Wasps. Unfortunately, Wasps no longer, and Benetton have made the signing. Someone who I think we'll see more of in the Six Nations.
Yeah, went to the World Cup with Italy. Actually, back in the day was in the England squads, but never capped. And then
he's a real power athlete kind of guy. If you had him playing outside, you just want to get the ball in his hands.
All right, water off. Time back on.
Really good footwork. There's the scoreboard adjusted. I was beginning to doubt my own maths there for a second.
I think we all were in. Odogwu, father is Italian, so very much loving Italy at the moment. And they go over the top. Per mistake, Scarlets a real chance to get something. Fifita
Penalty advantage. Not
comes
rolling.
back
18.
against the grain. And another back row member in Jarrod Taylor. Scarlets now have
18.
to up the ante, have the confidence and the penalty advantage. All three of them involved. Plumtree gets in the act.
Oh,
Just stripped, and
penalty here. 18 not rolling.
Scarlets trying to build a platform.
1 metre inside the 5.
Only 8 points, and they really are staying in touch.
Yeah,
Into the 15 even.
They are smart
yeah,
play,
sorry,
forcing
15, yeah.
Benetton to exit from
Number
their own
18,
22.
Not rolling away.
Overthrow comes up with the error.
Can't roll into the 9.
Important now the Scarlets sustain pressure and come away with points.
Yeah, Ian, outside the 50,
sorry,
just
sorry.
where the ball is now.
Sorry,
Where the ball is now.
Sorry, here's the sorry. So,
Bit of deliberation whether they go for the 3 or go for the try. They feel like they've got momentum.
oh, there you go.
Over 40 caps, 4 wheels. Ryan Elias goes to the tail. Fifita says thank you very much. Back in the paw of Elias and his mates. They try and direct the traffic from the pack. So many bodies. They break clear.
Held up, guys.
Scarlets saying a try, but referee saying held up.
Field decision is held up, but we'll check.
Alex Craig may disagree.
Good. Formal review, Ian.
I think
Yes.
he
Okay.
believes he
On-field
scored.
decision was held
The
up.
Scotland lock
Well,
really has chucked a spanner in the works. But we'll listen to the referee
on-field decision was
and
held
his
up.
assistants.
Okay, Ian, we're looking, on-field decision is held up. We're looking for clear evidence of a grounding to
Correct.
overturn your decision.
Correct.
I think from the Scarlets players' reactions, they were certainly confident that a try was scored.
No, on-field held up.
Ian,
Yes,
are you at the screen?
I can be now.
So, Ian, you don't have to go.
Yeah.
Red have grounded the ball, overturn your on-field decision
Okay.
and award the try.
Try is good.
There you go. And I suspect it's actually Jarrod Taylor with a little help from Alex Craig. Benetton shocked. Scarlets
good.
won't be caring. Overturned in.
Try is good.
And it's nip and tuck once again.
Yeah, brave decision to go for the corner when 3 points was on offer, and it's paid off.
No.
Important kick this, get it back to a 1 point game.
.67 points in last season's URC. Johan Lloyd. Himself and Sam Costello will be sharing the duties, and Costello is fit. Nothing wrong with that. A real nice finish to that start, nice pose, and the flags go up. 15-14, just over or less than half an hour remaining, right in the balance.
Lovely goal kick from Lloyd. Played lots in the centre and at full back, and also at out half last year for Scarlets. Personally, I think his best position's at out half. I'd love to see him get a run of games there and really put his hand up for Wales, get some opportunities in the November internationals.
Seem to be liking going to Fifita off the restart.
No.
Fifita's been very impressive in everything Scarlets have done well, whether it's carrying, getting off the line in defence, bossing the line out.
Tackle release.
He's the key guy in that Scarlets pack.
Yeah, you're inside. Use now.
Played in the most recent World Cup with Tonga.
Yeah, I'll have
11 appearances for them.
Yeah, I'll have word.
Also 11 for New Zealand. Actually debuted against Samoa 7 years ago in the same game as Geordie Barrett back in 2017. And wherever the Scarlets get it going, he's vocal and so important for them.
He has great repeat effort, gets his hands on the ball, makes those hard yards in the middle of the field.
Umanga onto Odogwu, his first touch. Uren taking a bit extra space. Line of the dummy runner is Smith. Tries to set free, but Mee seems to be holding his hamstring. Ratave out of nowhere is a real jack in the box winger. Very subtle hands from Scrafton.
Well done, 7 red.
Negri, the forearm bounce. Elias, he's a warrior himself. Uren trying to probe and spot a Scarlet hole. But he won't find much down a dark alley.
On the ground.
And the man who got the try at the end of the first half is in the hard yards and making a big turnover. So strong in the quads.
Technically excellent there. Makes the tackle, pulls him to the deck, clear release. Straight on the ball and strong enough to hold his ground.
You okay, 20?
As the Benetton player comes in.
Joined the Scarlets Academy at 16, did Max Page.
He's going to come off. All right, we're making a sub, I think. Yeah, I think he's coming.
Interesting, his ceiling. So young, but you expect him just to get better and better.
Just off your head, 14 whenever you're ready.
Tough place to come, Benetton as well. Doesn't seem daunted by it. He's worked his way into the game, scored that great try at the end of the first half, and he's been good defensively.
Are they making subs?
Eli Snyman
time on. Here we go.
Has run his course there.
Time on here.
Injury is too much, so he's coming from the pitch. I'll confirm who's replaced him shortly. I expect it is Jack Davis.
Guys,
we'll wait and see how that plays out. Elias took a break for playing for Wales in the summer, actually rested up. Goes to the back where Plumtree
what's going on?
Puts out a palm, wins it, but the referee.
Sorry, this. They're making substitutions, and the AR was standing in front of the hooker. You can't just play like that, okay? They're done now. You can't play if you stand in front of you, okay?
So the odd minute substitutions just needed corrected. Bit frustrating for the Scarlets, but when he's in front of him, you can't do that. I haven't seen a straighter line out in a while. That was right on the line, wasn't it?
That is frustrating because it's a lovely play and it's a great way of nullifying the Benetton defence.
Brilliant from Elias. He knew where it was going, but it was so accurate. Benetton couldn't do anything about it. Elias still looks up. Will he break free, or will they keep it and go through the Benetton defences? Spagnolo
got penalty advantage, right? 16 changing binds.
Brings down Elias eventually. Manfredi was changing his bind, so I think they have an advantage. Wainwright wasn't sure what to do, but says, I'll keep the ball. Benetton giving more and more penalties away. Maybe the tide is turning.
Number 16, side entry. Number 16, side entry.
They are. The Scarlets certainly have the momentum in this game. Wonder will we see Johan Lloyd go for goal here? Certainly will. Struck that last conversion really well, which will fill him with confidence.
Yeah, good call from the man beside me. Realised they're going to take the three. Try and get ahead for the first time in this game. More changes for Benetton. Alessandro Garbisi is on for Andy Uren. And then Leonardo Marin will come on in the back line. Two 22-year-olds. Spoken highly of in these parts on Italian rugby in general. But all eyes are on Lloyd.
Elias has come on and made a big impact. Carried the ball well. Shored up the line out.
Has it got the legs? It's got everything. The result's perfect for Johan Lloyd. 3 from 3, the best of the night. Have we got a shock in our hands, Ian? Have we got an early upset in the URC?
I think we might. Quality strike from Lloyd, probably about 50 metres on the angle. Important now that Scarlets take this restart. Good exit. Force Benetton back into their half.
Straight up was Plumtree.
Come on, use it now.
Never took his eyes off the ball. Marin in the silky orange boots.
Knock on advantage.
Davis has the
knock on advantage over.
Push up there as he made the mistake. Knock on was called and the advantage is over. Let's repeat again, Marin.
Get out of the area, 18.
Silky operator. Scarlets just letting that bounce and getting a bit of fortune as well. Rogers, everyone was onside. Marin to the floor. Scarlets sniffing at the breakdown. Plumtree and co.
Onside. Use.
Just don't need to be overzealous here and go too quickly. Negri finds vital ground.
No, he's bent up.
Garbisi only off the bench, but feeling the heat. The Scarlets bear down on him. Jack Davis with the old school socks down.
Yeah, really well done, 6. Well done.
Here's a man at the other end of the scaling, Gareth Davis.
No.
15 years as elder. Elias takes the thump. Lloyd says to Rogers, I need you to push, but Umanga backpedaling under the night sky. Does ever so well.
No, your feet were down and he was committed to the tackle when he pulled them out.
I like that play. The Scarlets have really frustrated Benetton. They forced him to play from deep. Made the most of the breaking ball. Play for a couple of phases.
Ready?
Ideally we want to see a Scarlets player getting up and contesting this.
We'll play not in the air.
But you're 2 points up, you're away from home, force Benetton to exit from deep inside their own half.
Scarlets did come into this one, a couple of pre-seasons games. Did well last week against Saracens, showed plenty of signs. Also played Carmarthen Quins and a couple other teams, so you never know what to expect, but they've proved their worth going into the last 17 minutes.
They have, and we saw the bright shoots at the end of last season, winning their final 2 league games. Clearly had a good pre-season. They look fit.
Masterclass of throwing from Elias. Saying that Van der Merwe wasn't bad when he was on. He stuck to that tactic as Davis tried to pick out Ratave throughout the game. 10th, 14th and 13th is where Scarlets have finished over the last 3 years. Maybe it's different this time, only one game in, but
retreat.
These matches can change all sorts of things for momentum and confidence. Smith off the outside of the boot, and he loses out. Puts in a whopping tackle on Rodgers, who takes one for the team.
I think Rodgers would have been happy not having any advantage there, and the referee to have blown his whistle a bit quicker.
Time off. We've got a man down over there and a man down here.
He's been in and out of Wales squads over the last couple of years, Tom Rodgers. There's 5 Wales caps to his name. One try against Barbarians last November.
If we see something like that, we'll be acted on. He'll be acted on seriously. He'll be acted on seriously.
Scarlets back 3, they've worked hard in the backfield. They've covered the ground well. They've kicked the ball back very well. And they've adjusted to the new rule of having to retreat, finding their defensive line.
We've already seen an unbelievable finish earlier on today. The Dragons pipping the Ospreys, 83rd minute try and conversion. 15 minutes to go. Looks to be going that way. As Carwin to Pelotu. Absolute Goliath of a back row. Has 15 minutes to express himself.
TMO's checked it. He feels there's no clearing off his head contact. I will have a word with him. I will have a word with him. Okay, time back on.
I was impressed with Taine Plumtree today. I thought he played very well, got through a lot of work. Exactly what you want from your 6. Gets off the line very well in defence.
Yeah, missed a good amount of last season with the shoulder surgery. The summer he looked good for Wales, and as you say, just 24. Really impressed in the red jersey. He's done it tonight for his club as well.
Clearly a really fit guy. You see him leading their kick chase line a lot of the time, and quite often the first guy to come back and help out when the ball goes in behind him.
Set. Stay on.
Sniping goes Davis. No one saw him. He's like a thief in the night. Marin goes high. Excellently done from Gareth Davis.
High tackle.
Not sure anyone in Benetton saw him. And he just glided down the touchline.
Oh, showing his experience here, wily old Fox. Down the short side. I think he's smiling as he's doing it. He's lucky not to get a yellow card there. That was a clumsy tackle.
Penalty on high tackle. Be careful. Do you have a number?
Plenty of World Cups in him.
I see the
248 appearances for the Scarlets. Still as hungry as ever. He's been one of their better players tonight, hasn't he?
He really has, and look, as a 9 you're going to make mistakes. You could have 100 involvements in a game.
Number 22.
What I really like about Gareth Davies is how he responds. You know, there's a knock on off a high kick earlier in this half, and he's the first one to react, trying to salvage a mistake. And
it's a home ground shot clock, isn't it?
his basics are still up there with the very best in the world. You know, quality box kicker of the ball, gets in and out of the breakdown really quickly. I'm sure Lloyd really enjoys playing alongside him.
Yes, Dave, there's loads of other cover.
What about that from the referee to Johan Lloyd? It's a home ground shot clock. With a quick smile on his face. And he's got plenty of time. Let's see what he can do as he's done all night. He keeps that trend going. Off the tee. Just perfect from Johan Lloyd. Gap stretch to 5.
He's been metronomic off the tee, whether it's out wide on the right or the left. He doesn't draw or fade the ball. One of the few kickers who can hit a poker straight.
Bristol's youngest ever player, not 18 in the Prem, Johan Lloyd. A few years there, and then over the last year with the Scarlets. Such a versatile player in the back line, but also such a good weapon to have. He's involved in the Six Nations. Didn't make the summer tour and will be itching to get back in Warren Gatlin's plans on Johan Lloyd for the upcoming autumn internationals. Davis again making good ground from a pretty hard angle.
Yeah, good exit from the Scarlets. Their basics have been really good, whether it's line out exits in their 22, set piece, scrum, maul. Coaches would be delighted at the work that's gone in pre-season and seeing it coming to fruition in round 1.
And Freedy placements, Sebastian Negri.
Yeah, no, you're good there, 16.
Low centre of gravity, Spagnolo. Still punching pretty hard in the tight.
Yeah, you're pinned in, it's fine. Force pinned in.
Scarlets can't get out of there. Don't want to give away a sloppy penalty. Garbisi, Spagnolo. Not sure he wanted it there, but he picks up the mantle and cracks on.
Ball's available. 8 red.
Benetton need a first receiver. Scott Scrafton. The first carrier. Lloyd doing everything right. To Pelotu.
Tackle.
Another good defensive set from the Scarlets. Good width, good line speed. Nullifying the Benetton attack.
Cousin of Talupe. Falatoi is to Pelotu.
Timing's good there.
And Sisu plays in the front row for the women's team. So great stock. Let's not even mention the Vinopolis, who he's related to as well.
Hughes, 21.
10 minutes to play in this opening round in the Stadio Comunale. It's had a bit of everything. Counter from the green and white shirts. Scarlets want it back. Hands all over the shot. He's back in a red jersey. And the coolest man out there at the moment, Davies.
Hughes, 10. The ball's right there.
Garbisi sandwiched in there, so Umanga steps into scrum half.
Hughes, 21.
No one wanting to make that mistake. The crowd not really accepting this type of tactical batter. Hear the hissing and the booing. Lloyd into Negri.
No.
Only one winner there, but Lloyd did all right for himself. Spagnolo having a couple of bites, pumps his fist to the air. Mirco Spagnolo, he's been absolutely everywhere, to be fair to him.
Really long passage of play there. Both teams relying on their kicking game. Big chance for Benetton here.
Here you go. Scarlets, here. Yes, thank you. Now he's up, he's up.
The Italians have tasted success in their opening round over the last 3 years, looking for fourth in the trot. At the moment they are behind. The decibels are starting to rise in the stadium as Seb Negri does likewise in the air.
Penalty advantage, 4.
Penalty comes.
4 collapsing.
Zanen pumps the legs. Ratave looks up, takes a jaunt. Genovese at scrum half. Garbisi always on the fringe. Manuel Zanen picking himself up. Good shots from the Scarlets. To Plumtree, the crunching hit. The initial penalty was given away at the line-out time. And Alex Craig. I'd say it'll be into the corner and Mo once more in.
Yeah, I thought the Scarlets did well to.
On the man in the air as well, okay?
I thought the Scarlets did well to stop the initial surge on the Benetton maul. And
yeah, but it's close. But yeah, but it's you don't want to go any further on the line.
That's a fair call from the ref. You can see Alex Craig on the floor there, and the maul comes over the top of him. But
in or out 5.
Germany born was Manfredi.
Penalty advantage.
Izekor at the back. Scarlets fully under all sorts of pressure, and the drive from everyone in Treviso. And Benetton pushing them, willing them over the line. Garbisi so low, ball skips out. Scarlets fighting for their lives. Zanen told to get back to position. It's the forwards' turn. Try and at least draw this game, if not win it. Scarlets holding their own at the moment. Will they wilt? And at what stage? Another pick.
Yeah, you're pin pins, you're pin pins.
Garbisi back to the day job. Scarlets shoot again. Davis and his compatriots go high and low.
Tackle.
The bouncing ball, Negri didn't expect it. He doesn't care, he just goes route one. Marin doing something different. Smith with the dancing, weaving feet. Scarlets still there in numbers. Max Page never stops, but the penalties mount. It's breathtaking in.
it is a bit of frustration coming out from Benetton out the wide channel there.
5 red in the air. That's 2 on the bounce now. Discipline. Discipline. Number 5.
Final warning from Ian Kenny there.
The line now, early.
Yeah, the man who made his name at Manly Merlins in Australia, Max Douglas, the guilty party.
Early, be careful.
So it was Alex Craig,
no,
and now
you took the man out while he was in the air. You took the lifter out. You took the lifter out while he was in the air.
it's Max Douglas taking the lifter out.
That's how you sack.
I suppose they've got to get their timing spot on to stop them all.
Yeah, the Benetton maul is a real strength of theirs, and
you okay, one?
it's so close. The margins of trying to anticipate when the player has landed and when that initial surge is coming in.
Water off.
Ian Kenny adjudicating that it was a fraction early there.
on the tee here, but we still got water on.
They can take confidence in their defence, though. You know,
on the line.
allow it come down, get set, get off the line. Their goal line defence has been really improved on what I'd seen last year. Aggressive, low in the tackle.
I'm good. Guys, time is still off. Water off. Water off. Are you ready, Red? Okay.
5 metre top. Manfredi takes his pack on his shoulder. Garbisi on to the big man. Spagnolo. He maybe deserves a score. Does Mirco Spagnolo, but it is short. Scarlet's body's lying there.
Use the line.
It's now or never for Benetton. To Pilotu. What a shot. Zuliani on his travels, doesn't get anywhere.
Back foot.
Spagnolo leans over it and then injects the legs on the par. Garbisi inside centre, Zanin. Odogwu not making much meterage. Left and right. Negri again pushes the forearm. All illegal, though. Legal, I should say, is Izekor. Only knows one way. Scarlets still well set. Numbers close to the breakdown.
Ball's available, guys. Back foot.
Ball still clear for everyone to see.
Penalty advantage, 4 offside.
Alex Craig giving away a penalty. Manfredi under the cries of the crowd from Benetton. Spagnolo, 9 are in the front row. He doesn't care. Puts it under the right arm. Garbisi orchestrating. Zuliani working him. Plenty of fatigue at the moment. Scarlett still injecting the pace defensively. Garbisi to Negri.
Ball still available.
Odogwu hungry for work in off his wing. Pretty much playing as a back row. Fears his build.
Yes.
So does the suspense. Manfredi looks low. Garbisi. Zanin takes the player, sets it down. Umanga, what a ball to his winger. Is that the score? Ratave at it again. The duo, like they did in the first half, showing their class. And will Umanga have a kick to win it? I'm pretty sure the try's given. He gets his second Ratave of the day. And the pressure is told. And the Scarlets are staring down the ball as Benetton show their class.
Time off. Stop the shot clock. Stop the clock. We've got bodies everywhere.
Ian, the try is good. You may award the try.
That's right. Try is good, but we've got bodies all over the place, so it's not fair on the kick. Okay? No.
Really good drive from Benetton. Patient. Scarlets managed them well in defence. Lots of one-off carries, but I think Scarlets had a player on the deck only defending with 14, and they just got a bit narrow there, and well spotted by Umaga, who at times when he gets time on the ball he looks really dangerous and delivers the perfect pass.
I'll tell you when time's on. Okay, yeah. No time on, he's back on his feet. Time is back on.
What a game we've had. What a weekend of rugby. Last kick of the game, you would think.
Yeah, interesting here. Will you run down the clock and back yourself to get it over, or
if you go before
potentially give
the game, yeah.
Scarlets a chance?
Very interesting point, but all eyes on Jacob Umanga. He would have dreamt of these moments as a kid to win the game for Benetton. It's well wide. The disappointment of Jacob Umanga, and he did it with 30 seconds to spare.
Okay.
So still someone can win it in.
4 red. Number 4. Sub.
Will the Scarlets go short and try and win it back in the air?
Clock's over there. Sorry.
Scarlets would be delighted with this performance, though, and I actually think they were deserving of a win, but
are you ready?
To come away with 2 points away from home in round 1 and to have played as well as they had, both sides of the ball, they can take real confidence.
Destiny Amu and Riccardo Favretto on for the last 30 seconds as Spagnolo gets a great reception. Not liked by the crowd, but Leonardo Marin says enough's enough, and so does the referee, as he says what a game, and it has been not in, nothing separating the two. 20 all it's finished here in Treviso in northern Italy. A real cracker start in this URC for both these sides, and you would suspect Scarlets will be the happier.
Yeah, they certainly will. I think even Treviso kicking the ball out at the end of the game shows the respect that they have for the Scarlets, and they didn't want to give them an opportunity to potentially get the winner. They didn't fancy to go the length themselves. But lots of ball in play, I'll tell you what, the first game of the season, the players will be feeling that tomorrow.
Well, nothing separating the two here in the Stadio Comunale di Monigo. What a game we've had. Finishes here in a draw. The Scarlets and Benetton